Hey yo, there won't be any intro in this video. That is because I'm currently working on a particular video that is taking most of my time. If you've seen any of my unorthodox mental health polls in the community tabs, you pretty much get the hint that it's a mental health video. So if you haven't answered any of the questions in the community tab, just go check it out and answer it in your own time. Star and Luz are characters that I find to be super similar. It's kind of like their personality intertwines, but at the same time they are not the same at all. Star is this bubbly, contagious, everybody must be my friend type of person, very similar to Luz. But then you have a part of Star that is way more immature and obnoxious. When I say obnoxious, I mean annoying. I feel like the one thing that our house did very well was not letting the shipping concept go too far and just dealing with it as early as possible. That is to make sure audiences get the personality of the main character, not seeing a character behaving immature because she likes someone. It was a very good call by making it clear on who that character wants to go for and getting it done as early as possible in the story. Like Star versus the Forces of Evil, in my opinion, made a huge mistake when it came to this. They kept the will they won't they thing too long throughout the series. That affected the way I saw Star. It was like the whole shipping thing made Star make really uncalled for decisions that made her look bad or made her look jealous or desperate in a sense. Mainly in season 2 we saw her do some really crazy stuff like interrupting Jackie and Marco's dates. And it's not just the shipping thing. Star is a very friendly person, like similar to Luz. Luz wants to make friends and sometimes comes off desperate, like the countless times she messed up Amedee's life. But here there's a difference. Luz loves to put herself, her opinions and her impulses in check most of the time when she's with her friends. She loves to think of what's best for her friends and most of the times disregards what's best for her. While with Star you have a complete opposite in a sense. Star is bossy and very impulsive. Most of the time she forgets that Marco is even human and puts him in danger without thinking of the later consequences. This is not to say she doesn't love her friends, but most of the time she acts without regard to who they are, but will do anything to protect them. Star, by the way, is way immature than Luz. Luz is 14 and she behaves like she's 30 and always thinking about others, but Star is 15, at least in season 1, and loves to force herself and her opinions into everything. Something that really ticked me off was her Queen song, where she made the people of Muni panic all for the sake of her being real to herself. Like, I get the concept of being true to who you are and wanting the truth to be out there, but Star fails to acknowledge that she is in a place of authority and needs to think of what's best for the people of Muni, not what's best for the people of Star Butterfly's brain. And it was not like her parents were mad at her, it's just that she wanted to do things her way. I kinda have to say that in terms of personality and growth, Luz kinda stays the same way throughout the series, while Star shows way more growth in terms of her maturity. By the way, if you like the content, please do subscribe and like. We are currently on our way to 1K subs. That is pretty amazing, honestly. Let's get back into it. Luz from the get-go always wanted to be understood, but that never changed or affected her behaviors throughout the series. Luz has always stayed very steadfast to her mature self, like how she blamed herself for helping Philip when it was clearly not her fault. She feels this impulse to blame herself and make herself feel worse, when that shouldn't be a teenager's perspective. While with Star never wanted to be queen, and she did a lot of things like rebelling against her parents so much to make that idea very clear. I mean, she wanted to cut off a Mermaid's leg at a point. Now then, the concept of maturity came late with Star. Later on in the series, she grew a lot and got to understand that things are not the way it seems. She matured from hating the concept of being a lovely queen to being one and then giving up her throne to the rightful queen. These two, Star and Luz, are very similar when it comes to their moral compass. They can never stand for lies and deceit. Luz did everything to make sure the people of the Boiling Isles knew that Belos was a witch hunter. Even though she was not even from there, she showed more bravery and fight similar to someone who has spent their entire lives there. While with Star, she did everything to make the people of Muni understand her corrupted lineage and set it right. Even going as far as helping Eclipsa become a good queen and stepping up to a role that I'm not sure at the beginning of the series I would have seen her being. Star grows from an annoying impulse-driven kid to a strong warrior princess who, by the way, is still impulsive. While with Luz, she grows from Luz the human and the misunderstood to someone who made her mother understand who she is and who she wants to be. In a way, Luz actually showed a lot of growth, to be honest. So yeah, both of them kind of matured in their own unique way. Okay, that's the end of the video. I had a blast watching both of these series, mostly Owl House. It's a shame Disney had to do the Disney thing to it. Owl House is probably, in terms of story and pacing, one of the best things Disney has put out. And Star vs. the Forces of Evil is probably the most fun thing I've watched in a while. Well, yeah, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and like the video if you haven't. I'm planning some changes to this channel. I'm not actually going to reveal what it is, but yeah, I'm planning something. If you haven't answered the mental health related questions in the community tabs, please do so. It won't take that much of your time. And yeah, God loves you and I love you too. See you in the next one. Bye bye.